एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है, धूप छांव में फर्क, बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by the management of Franchise India, with an aim to introduce you with a new brand every day at 12 o'clock. With the same commitment today also, we have come in front of you, introducing you with a new brand with the name of Urban Platter. It's a one-stop shop for all your gourmet and specialty food ingredients. They have their own warehouses in Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, Hyderabad, and Bhiwandi. Before I take it forward, I would want to just run you through quickly with the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, you can write them into the Q&A window. We will take up all your questions post this webinar. So now let's move forward. We do have Mr. Chirag, founder of Urban Platter, with us today to tell you more about the brand as well as the business opportunity available in Indian market. Chiragji, first of all, I would like to welcome you here on this platform today with us.
Thank you.
It's our privilege and honor to host you here on this platform today. And I would want to request you to just brief us about the brand, a bit about the brand and the business opportunities available for our partners as well as the investors, the participants who are watching you live. So over to you, Chiragji.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you everyone for joining this session. My name is Chirag. I'm the founder of Urban Platter. In 2015, both me and my brother have jointly founded this company. Urban Platter is a one-stop gourmet food destination. We are basically a consumer packaged goods company which is engaged into making available very high quality gourmet and specialty food ingredients for the Indian consumer. This is our core business. And in a simple way, if I say gourmet means something that is special from a particular part of the world, and specialty means something that is over and above a premiumized or a specifically curated version of a product which is for a specific purpose. So every time we want to make a cuisine choice or a health choice or a dietary choice or a lifestyle choice, we have to choose the right ingredient to fulfill that goals. For example, if you are someone who is very mindful of having sugar, you need a healthier alternative to sugar. That can be honey, that can be agave syrup, that can be maple syrup, that can be jaggery powder, that can be tapioca syrup, depending on whatever you go, whatever you like, and whatever is the main way in which you are consuming sugar, you may want to choose a slightly specialized product. So Urban Platter is a single window brand where you will find India's largest selection of specialty food products. We are a company which is selling close to about 1,200 products. Out of that, around 800 are genuinely unique ingredients. So when I say ingredients, it means 800 are actual products, and sometimes you have a half kg, 1 kg variation of a product. So that makes it 1,200 product portfolio. So in one window, under a single library of a single brand, we are making available such a vast variety of specialty and gourmet food products. We are a company which is based in Mumbai. We are having a total of about 229 employees as of today. A very popular, successful, and a well-run business. We are also having warehouses in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai, and Hyderabad. And through these warehouses, which we are primarily serving our distribution of online sales. So this company started as a brand which is selling online primarily on Amazon and our own website and different marketplaces like Flipkart, Big Basket, so on and so forth. From that, we are now today available in a lot of retail chains, a lot of modern trade chains, lot of outlets, and now we have also started our company's own outlets. We are successfully running 3 outlets in Mumbai. And the idea and the vision of the company is to have a specialty food store in every affluent neighborhood of every city of India. Generally, from what we are seeing is that we are into the business of selling very premiumized, high quality products that people don't normally need, but they will eventually want. And for that want, for that specialty food or ingredient or high quality experience in every locality, in every neighborhood of every city, there is one specific store which we all go to, जहाँ पे जो इजीली मिलता नहीं है वो जनरली मिल जाता है फूड इंग्रेडिएंट्स में. अर्बन प्लेटर वांट्स टू बी दैट स्टोर इन दैट लोकेलिटी for the modern, for the well-traveled, for the Instagram savvy customer of today. Because after all, we are in the business of very high quality gourmet and exotic, trending, imported food ingredients. One example would be currently in India, if you see, Korean food is doing very well. And we are one of the largest importer of Korean food ingredients in India. People are getting influenced and checking out content through K-dramas, through Instagram, and discovering different cuisines, international trends, and all of this. And eventually, they want to experience all of this also. So that instant gratification comes out of a product or an ingredient which they can very easily buy through Urban Platter. We are also aggressively marketing using social media, using influencers, using actual chefs to empower people with content to create videos. So a lot of content marketing is in place, a lot of awareness is there. One of the highest rated food brands on Amazon India. If you see consistently in all categories, we are having very high impact, very positive feedback, very high customer repeat and success rate. So a lot of goodwill and credibility of this brand has been built over last 8 years. We just want to extend the credibility via our franchisee partners and our stores to more cities, more localities, more neighborhoods, and take the mission of this company forward in the times to come. So this is why we are here. Yeah.
All right, Chiragji, if you can just show some images and the live store pictures or representation to give more clarity to our viewers.
Sure. I will show some pictures right now, which will give you absolute clarity over what we do as a business.
And I would like to
we
add
have
that we have Mr. Rupesh who's joined. He's heading the entire West region.
Sure,
Since your brand is based out of Mumbai, so he has joined because he'll be leading this. Yes, please.
Hi, Rupesh. Hi, good morning.
Hi, Gulab.
I will just give me a moment. I will open up the window. I hope my window is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So, we have 3 successfully running stores in Mumbai, which are in the locality of Bandra, Dadar, and Versova. This is our Bandra store. It is in a very nice neighborhood in the 16th lane of Bandra. It is our first store. Our typical store size is around 300 to 350 square foot carpet area. And the typical requirement is that it should be in a very good neighborhood, in a very good locality. And it should also have a washroom and good height and good frontage and good visibility for customer discovery. So I'll just run you through some of the images, to give you a look and feel of the stores that we have built. This is again our Bandra store from different angles. And this is how the store looks from within. This is our Dadar store. And in an area of about 300 square feet, through proper planning, visual merchandising, as well as deep understanding of consumer data, insights, and planogramming, we have able to very comfortably arrange about 700 SKUs in any retail store. Now, this is one of the highest per square foot consumption and utilization of real estate, which is available. Also, if you see, everything is very well organized, decluttered, and done with a sense of logic and proper consumer interaction and data that we keep getting online. We are a very data-centric retailer. So all of that insights are available and visible in our store experience. This is again our Dadar store. This is how it looks. It's a very premium, a very upmarket store, and something, we have tried to create a very international ambiance wherein consumers definitely feel at home. They feel very connected with the brand, the values of the brand, and also with the ethos of the brand. So as you can see, this is our Dadar store. This is how the store looks from outside also. And this is, again, what we are essentially trying to say is that we are a one-stop shop for all gourmet and specialty food ingredients. Again, there are two models available. As a company, we are more interested in the FOFO or franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model of business. And our core forte as a company is we are a consumer packaged goods company. We are into the business of selling high-quality food products, and we want to focus on that. And we want the franchisee partner to strongly focus on enabling the retail experience, managing the store, making sure that the store is well stocked, offering good experience, and also ensuring that the proper look and feel and experience of the brand is maintained across channel. I will also take a moment to show you our Warsaw store. Just a moment. That is our latest store, and something which has been consistently also doing well for us. Just a moment. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so we have Mr. Santosh has also joined. So he'll be covering all the commercials and the part of
I hope
finance.
just a moment before I finish showing the
Sure,
Warsaw
sure.
store. And then we can, yes, my apologies.
No
This
problem.
is our Warsaw store, as you can see. And
No, it's actually the screen is not visible. It is on stuck on that creative.
is it
Now
is
it
it
is. Yeah.
yes. So this is our Warsaw store. It is located just next to the metro station. A very prominent store. I believe Mr. Rupesh has already visited the store. And this is how the store is looking. And yeah, an ideal store for showcasing and experiencing what Urban Platter is offering. We are offering 9 to 10 categories of products in every store, which is, as you can see, snacking, condiments, spices, herbs, seasonings, dry fruits and nuts, baking essentials, Korean ingredients, international ingredients, superfood, so on and so forth. So a very highly differentiated offering for a highly discerning and, in a way, a customer who is very clear about what they want and very much trending lately. So this is what we do as a company. Please, over to you.
Sure. All right. So Santoshji, if we can start on commercials part.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So Urban Platter is offering franchises in two different formats. The formats are such, okay, one store can be set up with a cafe, another can be set up without a cafe. Both these formats are given in franchisee operated format also, and franchise and company operated format also. Let's say we come first with the stores without the cafe model, which is around 300 square feet. For the FOFO model without cafe, the area requirement is around 300 square feet. Total investment which is required is around 22 lakh. Franchisee fees is around 4 lakh, and the ROI that can be expected is around 80% per year.
Can we have a presentation on the screen? We're not able to see anything. Please have presentation up so that everybody can see that. And friends, I see a lot of questions coming in. We'll take all these questions once we are done with the brand presentation. So you can keep writing in. And if you can also mention your city of interest, we'll be happy to address.
Hello, I'm getting an error while presenting the screen. So,
यहाँ पे आ सकते हो? We can present the screen. I don't see any presentation on the screen ever since we have started.
Do you want me to, is this the brochure that you have made that you want to present?
No, it's the one with commercials with Mr. Santosh is discussing about.
Are we putting it on the screen here?
Yes, ma'am.
is it visible now on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So as I was saying before, Urban Platter is offering franchises in two different formats. One is with cafe, other is without cafe. In both the franchisee kind of models, FOFO, franchise and franchisee operated, and franchisee owned company operated. So we discuss franchisee and franchisee operated first, with cafe and without cafe. So one with the one without cafe is around 300 square feet. Investment required is around 22 lakh rupees, wherein it includes the franchisee of 4 lakhs. And the payback period is expected to be before the end of the second year. The one with the cafe format, the area requirement is 400 square feet. It's a small cafe. With the cafe investment goes to around 33 lakh rupees. Franchisee fee still remain the same, but the ROI is around 325% of 33 lakhs. Payback is again between 24 to 26 months. Agreement period is 5 years. We come to the FOCO format. In the FOCO format without cafe, the area requirement still remains the same. Investment is 19 lakhs without cafe. Brand is offering 18% of the minimum guarantee of the total investment or 8% of the revenue, whichever is higher. Expected ROI for the franchisee is close to 300% in 5 years. Payback on the investment is between 22 to 24 months for without cafe in FOCO format. The one with the cafe, the investment starts at 29 lakh rupees. Minimum guarantee offered is 18%. Revenue share offered is 8% on the revenue, whichever is higher. ROI is around 2.4 times of the original investment. Contract period is 5 years, and the payback that is expected is between 28 to 30 months, 2.5 years. Initial rollout, what brand is looking for is in and around Mumbai first, the western city, Mumbai, Pune, possibly New Mumbai and Vashi. And once we have created successful stores over here, then we move around these particular cities. With the FOCO format, brand is offering support with respect to accounting, with respect to marketing and branding as well. Their initial success stories will be shared. The supply chain will be maintained from the brand side. And also there would be accounting support with respect to the ERP POS. So as I mentioned, initial rollout is first Mumbai and the nearby cities until the end of first year, and then thereafter we go outside Mumbai. So please, friends, if you have any questions with respect to financials, you can ask them.
Thanks, Santosh. Friends, I'll request, I see some questions which have been put up. We'll take up your questions live now. And I request everybody else who has any questions with respect to the opportunity being showcased, the financials that we have just shown to you. You can write these questions in the Q&A box. I'll read that out for you on your behalf, and we'll take them shortly. But before I go there, I'll also like to maybe recap the entire opportunity with respect to Urban Platter. And friends, if you look at the overall food landscape in the country, it has already started to, show very interesting trends today. One of which is the rise of gourmet home kitchen and, gourmet food, gourmet ingredients. And the Indian food is becoming more modern, but also I would say accessible, because customers are today more well-traveled across the world, and they know what to expect. And that is a rise of gourmet food at home. Even locations, if I talk about places like Delhi, there's a place called INA Market. Any exotic ingredient, fruit which is required, the entire expat community and the households around, especially go to that market to buy the ingredients, because many of these ingredients products are not available at your local stores. So it's a big trend today. And on the opportunity and the brand, this is a one-stop gourmet food destination, I would say, where you get all specialty food ingredients. And while they started more than about 10 years back, their physical stores started about 2 years back. The physical stores that we saw the pictures of are company owned and operated, which are invested. These are equity stores, which are invested by Mr. Chirag. And these are all after, operating their outlet successfully, and after having successful operations, they have for the very first time, come out to explore partnerships with people in Bombay and also some other markets. So the business is a gourmet healthy food product, which includes categories like bakery, nuts, snacks, superfoods, spices, confectionery, other supplies, and also staples. And they started as a D2C brand, an omni-channel company, which was supplying through their platform and other marketplaces also. And they also have a very credible investor in their company, which is Jubilant Group, which has invested in Urban Platter. And through their presence, including their company-owned and operated stores, they are today present and also supplying to HoReCa, which is hotel, restaurant, catering. They're available at general stores and also modern stores, which are almost about 450 plus outlets where their current presence in GT and modern trade is. And stores tie up like Nandini, Spencer's, Modern Bazaar, Big Basket. These are the kind of modern trade chains which they currently have tie up in. Now, all these locations through their online platform and through these modern trade and general trade stores, they are supplying through their well-stocked distribution centers. So these distribution centers are currently in Bombay, which is their headquarters. They're also there in Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, and Chennai and Ahmedabad. So which is about 7 cities where they have a distribution center through which all their supply chain is currently also taken care of. When I talk about their marketplace and GT and MT. So which means all these 7 locations are also apt for opening up a physical store, because the supply chain is already sorted and in place. And with all the product portfolio, there are about 1,200 odd products, which I heard Chiragji talk about. 800 of these products are unique products out of the 1,200 product portfolio. And 40% of their products are imported, and 60% of these products are actually sourced locally. Now, Chiragji, very quickly, I think the investment that we talked about is about 300 square feet of space, and these are very tighter formats. The pictures show these are well-stocked outlets, and I'm sure the per square feet efficiency is great, because I saw the stocking. I think every bit of the space in the store is well utilized, which brings in great efficiency at the store. And friends, maybe I'll also take a moment to show you the website also of the company, so that you can perhaps relate to what I'm talking about. Give me a moment. Yeah, I'll open up. Yeah. And keep writing in, friends. We'll take all your questions. Right. So this is the website of the company. If you see all these categories, which includes, vegan alternatives to dairy, meat, cheese, ice cream, protein powder, and also a lot of substitutes, which is for the regular sugar. They have all the baking supplies. You look at the SKUs quite extensive. It includes all the beverages, even your breakfast products, which include your cereals, pancakes, nuts, confectionery. They also have specialty products, which are, products or ingredients which are used in cuisines, for example, continental, oriental, Middle East, noodles, and also for gifting purpose, they have special packages which they keep at their outlet. Dry fruits, they also have some retail products which are non-food, which include, mugs, cups, which are all eco-friendly products which are kept at their outlets. And a lot of these health food and snacks in the form of namkeens, chips, and also puffed foods. Spices and condiments, these are all exotic spices and condiments which are placed. Let me come further down. And also staples and superfoods. So you see the list is extensive. And this is what their own website looks like. So if you look at the product, the portfolios, the SKUs, the packing, you can get a quick reflection of that. And like I said, Jubilant is an investor in the company, and they're supplying to all the marketplaces, through the marketplaces, a D2C brand. They're available also through quick commerce. They have Horeca, GT, MT distribution, and also through their distributors, which are present in all these locations. Anything else, Chiragji, that you want me to perhaps select on the site? I think this was important.
No, maybe the homepage so that people can see some products and what is trending and stuff like that. But I think you have broadly covered brilliantly everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just want to add that we are a very credible player in the e-commerce space with very high consumer satisfaction and consumer loyalty in place. So it is not a new product or a new kind of a brand that consumers don't know. It's a very popular, perceived to be a very premium quality brand that is already in place, and all of that benefit can be availed by opening up our store. The collective power of so many SKUs under one roof, the credibility that we have built online, and most importantly, the personal touch and the ability to touch, feel, and sense and experience the brand in a environment that the brand has designed specifically where it wants to engage with its customers is what we are offering through our stores.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
Chiragji. So quickly we'll take up some questions, and maybe to start off with, the
Sure.
first question typically that comes in everybody's mind is, on the competition. And so would you want to maybe talk about if there's a competition which
Yes.
is maybe closest that you see, and
Yeah.
who would that competition to you would be? And how do we position ourselves as Urban Platter? Because you've been there in the business for very, very long. It's almost 10 years you've been supplying and servicing from your site and
So
also through
there
your
is,
partners.
yeah. So there is not a single brand in India which is offering such a wide portfolio of products under one label. You will see that brands are in one category or in one subcategory or at the max 2 or 3 categories. But Urban Platter is offering 800 to 900 unique products and 1200 SKUs under one brand. And that's what makes it very, very unique. There is absolutely no one which comes second closest to what we do. In some product lines that we may have a category competitor, but we don't have a brand level competitor in anything that we do, firstly. Secondly, we are end-to-end controller of supply chain of all our products. We are a company that is not manufacturing anything. Hence, we are a company that is completely controlling all the processes and the supply chain of every product. And we are currently importing from 19 countries across the world. The product is completely compliant for India. The product is completely very consistent, 365 days a year. And most importantly, we have very strong quality control processes, systems, and people in place to ensure consistent availability, consistent quality, and consistent experience 365 days a year. It is very difficult to build a very credible business online because food is very sensory, very trust driven,
Correct.
very recommendation and reference driven. 8 years being in this business, the credibility that we are able to establish is through proper processes, people, and systems only. Also, I want to say that we are one of the most versatile specialty foods availability company in the country. So a lot of products which are not at all available anywhere in any other brand are available with Urban Platter. About 10 to 12% of our portfolio will be exclusive Urban Platter. You will not find any other brand in India selling it. So, for example, Shirataki noodles. Currently, Janvi Kapoor is promoting it extensively, and that is only available with Urban Platter. You walk into our stores, you will not find Shirataki noodles. That is the problem we are having today. Agave syrup. We have 12 months exclusivity to sell agave syrup in India. I could go on and on about unique Urban Platter products that are only available in our store. So customers have no other option but to walk into the store
Correct.
or come to the brand. And because of the availability and ensuring that we are the first ones to make it available, consumers equate the product to the brand. So, and then once you walk into the store to buy a particular product that you probably need, you can discover a lot more products that you may not know. And through the power of collective visibility, through the power of proper merchandising, through the power of planogramming, people are able to explore, interact, learn, discover, and shop more. And that is seen through the conversion, that is seen through the repeat rates that we see in our stores. As a matter of fact, 92% of people who walk into our stores actually end up making a purchase. So that is a very good statistic. It's a very intent-driven walk-in. And we have roughly seen on an absolute average level, about 45 to 47% of consumers come back within 3 months. So if the franchisee is properly giving good service, personalized attention, personalized messaging or promotion to the customer, and representing the brand in the locality, within a span of 12 months, it can become a very beautiful community-driven store wherein people would love to walk in, discover more, and we are constantly introducing new products, offers, and stuff like that. Products continue to trend online for different reasons. Only a product that is on the shelf will fly off the shelf. So having a well-stocked store with so many products, with so many different variety, with clarity, variety, and premium quality. These are the binding factors that make the Urban Platter store experience like none other. We have seen people spend up to 1 hour in the store at ease because it is like a Disneyland for food. So all the trending ingredients, all the premium ingredients, all the gourmet as well as unique ingredients to find under one roof is very difficult. So hence, absolutely, at an absolute level, I would say probably a Nature's Basket or a food hall or a premium retailer would be, I don't know whether to call it competition or whether to call it an equivalent. But in absolute terms, as a brand, we do not see any competition for what we do in India.
Wonderful. I think you explained that very well. Now, my second set of questions would be around the investment that goes in and also understanding a
Yes,
little bit of
sure.
unit economics per square feet. So 300 square feet of outlet, we saw there's an investment which is required. I'm sure that investment also includes, the inventory which is required at the outlet, franchise fee component. So would you help us in understanding the breakup of this investment and typical inventory that goes in the outlet? Because then just to add on, while we've included the inventory also as a part of the initial investment, this is typically a working capital, but we still put that as a part of our initial investment. So Chirag, do you want to break that for our viewers to understand what component goes where?
So about 22 lakhs, including the franchising fee, is what is needed to set up the store and get it up and running. And about 8 lakhs is the kind of working capital that is required to purchase the inventory and stock up the store. So in totality, around 30 to 31 lakhs, depending on the size and nuances of the store, is what the franchisee partner is required to invest to get the store up and running. And from whatever statistics and business plan Santoshji has shared, it takes about 24 to 26 months for a franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model to completely recover the money. post that, post that it becomes a sort of a cash generating machine for you. Yeah.
Okay, now with respect to the stock turn, so what we are understanding is there's a 8 lakh of stock that goes in the outlet, and I'm sure this is
Correct.
not the value at the MRP level. So typically a 8 lakh
No,
stock
no, no, no.
would be
So
what
we are
kind of
offering stock at 35% margin on MRP. So a 100 rupee product will be offered to the franchising partner at 65 rupees net landed. And from that, the business plan is working in a way that, they are able to recover their rent, employee cost, operating cost and all that, and eventually make money. So company is billing the goods to the franchisee partner at 35% margin on MRP. And again, from time to time, whatever centralized offers and schemes that we are running are all available and applicable to all the franchisee partners, which is very transparently accounted for.
So that would mean at any given point in time, there would be a inventory of about 12 odd lakhs at the MRP level at the outlet.
Correct. 12 to 14 lakhs at the MRP level. Depends on the size of the store also and the aesthetics, but yes, you are right.
And Shirashi, typical, stock turn and sales, if you can help us in understanding, what is the sale one can expect, and based on your own experience of running these locations, and these are well-stocked stores at great locations, what is your experience of stock turn, right?
Our experience is that firstly, at a good location with good service and good visibility, you can very easily generate about 8 to 10 lakhs of sales at a very conservative basis in your city, in any locality, given that the criteria of the store, look and feel, experience, and location is met. The second thing to be kept in mind is that we are typically factoring in a stock replenishment on a weekly or a fortnightly basis. In cities where we have our own warehouses, we can easily replenish within 7 days or weekly. So we personally believe that the franchisee partner having very limited real estate should not overstock for more than 45 days of inventory. Depending on the location and the availability of storage space, we may want to stock about 45 to 60 days of inventory, basis the movement and everything. For example, in our Bandra store, we are not stocking more than 12 lakhs worth of MRP value of goods, and we are still generating 9 to 10 lakhs. So it is very fast, agile, and nimble replenishment. I also want to specifically add that as a company for franchising partners, products that are not selling, that are nearing shelf life, we expect the franchisee partner to return it back to us, and we will very gladly take it back. They don't have to overburden park their inventory, park their money into goods that are not moving. Sometimes it is not predictable. A product may not move in a certain locality and will move very fast in a certain locality. So it is very difficult to predict what will move. But by and large, if the product is returned to the company will gladly accept it and replenish with products that are moving quite well. Any product that is expired due to lack of vigilance or lack of understanding is not the liability of the company. We will gladly take product back at 25 to 30% of the shelf life. So involvement and understanding is also needed from the franchisee partner, as is needed in any business.
Helpful, Chiragji. So, friends, one thing which is being offered is also a stock correction. So, any stock which does not move, company would take that back and replenish that with a fast-moving stock. Having said that, because of their existence in MT, GT, and also through their marketplaces and their
we
own
are able to liquidate the inventory
yeah,
online.
they would be able to liquidate
yeah.
also. They currently also have a lot of intelligence on what sells in which locations. So in spite of the fact, while they bring in that intelligence when a franchisee comes on board, but still if there's any stock which remains unsold or is slow moving, company would take that back. So in a business like this, and especially gourmet, if I look at the stock turn, this is comparatively high stock turn in a category like this. So what Chirag ji is referring is there about 12 stock turns in a year. So जो भी आपका stock MRP level पे एक महीने में outlet पे रहता है, तो वो stock आपका साल में तकरीबन 12 बार turn करेगा. So which means आपका जो gross margins रहते हैं, which will be about 3.5 to 4 odd lakhs. So 3.5-4 लाख का आपका जो sales के ऊपर जो आपका gross margin रहता है, तकरीबन इतना रहता है. चिराग जी, एक और जो क्वेश्चन मैं देख रही थी, which is also on the expenses, because we don't need a very big area, we need smaller locations, and आपका जो per square feet throughput is high because हमारी pricing ऐसी है कि वो it does justice with the rental and also the space that we take. So typical expenses that we are considering, अगर हम 300-400 square feet की बात करते हैं, what kind of locations and what kind of rentals would you advise for these locations? And also we don't need a big staff. I saw somebody write in, typical staff क्या requirement है, and this is a product, it's a retail, not a very big store, so you don't even need a huge staff to be trained and placed at the outlet. So Chirag ji, would you want to maybe explain typical expenses and what would typically one person make out of the sales in a month, and then I'll take my next question.
So I'll give a very broad overview of it, which we use as an internal benchmark while finalizing a store. First question is the rental. So our ballpark estimation is that anything that is costing 300 to 400 rupees a square foot is an ideal expense per month for the city of Mumbai or Delhi or Bangalore. Mumbai is typically very expensive.
Yes.
So probably 300 to 350 rupees per square foot per month, you may not get the most premium location, but you will definitely get a very premium location for that amount in Delhi, as per my understanding, or Bangalore, as per my understanding. However, it is very clear that we are ballparking about 400 rupees per square foot per month as rent, which is an ideal criteria to get ease of access of visibility and footfall for the ideal urban platter customer. Around 300 to 350 square foot of the store location is what we are recommending to generate the best experience. Also, keep in mind that we have always been very particular that all of our stores need to have a washroom and water supply, and all of those things, they are very mandatory because typically we are having a female store manager, which is what we prefer because the target audience is a lady and females understand food better. There is absolutely no doubt about it. This is our clear-cut learning over the last few years that, female managers manage well, hands down. No doubt, no debate over here. So, and for their safety and to ensure a certain level of comfort in the store, we mandate that every store needs to have a washroom within the premises and continuous supply of high quality water, drinking water and stuff like that, which is a struggle in a city like Mumbai. The second thing is the operating expenses and everything just about is electricity, internet charges, and your basic housekeeping charges and stuff like that. Beyond that, nothing else is needed. What we have typically seen is that the ratio of staff that we follow is per square foot, we need 1 manpower. So for a 300 square foot store, it is recommended that we need 3 people, and obviously one of them is the store manager. Now that can either be the franchisee himself or herself and 2 support staff to manage the store, to merchandise, to talk to the consumers, or just do the load lifting if at all that makes sense. If the franchisee is not willing to devote their time to the store, we recommend 1 store manager who is well versed with the product. Of course, we will train them to be in the store. So depending on the availability or unavailability of franchising partner, the general rule of thumb is to have 1 person per 100 square feet of store. So for a 350 square foot store, we generally say it's comfortable enough to have 3 people in the store. Now, all of this tantamounts to about a rough expense of operating expenses are close to about 30,000 rupees a month, including electricity, internet, housekeeping, then nothing else is needed. I'm again sort of having Mumbai numbers as benchmark, which is vis-a-vis a relatively higher as per my understanding benchmark to the rest of India. For store manager, we ballpark about 40,000 a month of salary. For support staff, it is 20,000 a month of salary. So all in all, if I were to just take one scenario wherein we have a 300 square foot store, a manager, 2 assistants, and operating cost of the store, all of that should not go above about a lakh 10,000 all inclusive. And if I were to benchmark and ballpark the rent of the store at about 400 rupees, it is roughly coming to about 1,20,000 rupees. 1 lakh rupees is the expense. So at a very mota moti level, we are spending 2 से 2.25 lakh rupees per month and making around 3.5 से 4 lakh rupees per month at the end of the month, depending on seasonality and sale. So that's the way forward,
Yeah, I'll also take questions with respect to, because we are an omni-channel player and we also have supplies which come from various marketplaces. So the question which I see coming from a lot of our viewers is on the fulfillment of supplies that come from other platforms for somebody who is a franchisee. And friends, this is something which is also important to be noted. So if there are platforms like Amazon and the likes of them, typically, the companies route that directly, because there's also a lot of logistics which is involved, reverse logistics and other. But maybe you can explain that better, Chiragji, how it works out, and is there something that we are using a franchise partner in terms of
So
fulfillment?
no, absolutely, the franchisee partner is purely for retail store management. No other channel will part away with control of inventory to the franchisee store partner, or let alone anyone. Every marketplace, every platform, every channel has their own fulfillment network. We have to basically supply the goods to their warehouses, and that is how it is working. So none of the business comes to the franchisee store operator. What potentially can come to the franchisee store operator is the HoReCa business of that locality. As we are seeing in every store, we are seeing that there are small cafeterias, small home bakers, businesses in that vicinity that come to our store to buy the products. And sometimes they are requesting a bulk purchase pay 5 to 10% discount, which is purely case to case that can be considered depending on the volume of the business that the franchisee partner is getting. When the company is offering 35% margin to you, if someone is buying a 10,000 rupee product in a single basket, you may choose to offer them a 5 to 10% discount, because it sort of makes sense. That is left to the franchisee partner. We as a company do not offer any discount. We run offers from time to time. Just for a perspective, on the 25th of every month, we are running a offer which is typically around 20% to 25% discount on MRP in all our stores. On that day, we are doing record business because a lot of HoReCa customers, a lot of bulk customers just come and buy goods. You will not believe it. Like a 15 days of sale in one day is happening, on that day, which is something we intend to run with franchisee partners from time to time. Of course, the commercials of that will be slightly different. That is one day wherein, it is sort of an equivalent of Sabse Sasta Din or Big Billion Day or whatever you want to call it, wherein we
And
work
this is
at
all
lower
across, so
margins.
whatever
but-
promotions we run online, the same promotions would also be applicable at your physical stores, right? So there'll be
No. All our physical stores have a different set of promotions, or on our online platforms have different set of promotions, because online platform promotions are usually controlled by them and not necessarily by us. So all the offers that the company is running in its own retail stores will be applicable to all the franchisee partners. We want all our customers to have one experience across all our stores. So there will be no doubt or differentiation of any kind done with any franchisee partners. Everyone will walk into the store, get the same experience, same deal.
okay, so which would do you think there's a possibility where if I'm running any promotions online and a physical store does not have that promotion running, would that lead to some sort of loss of sales for a franchisee? Or we do a different
Sometimes that
product,
happens.
specific product?
Sometimes that happens from time to time. For instance, if on a one particular day Amazon is running a 10% or a 20% cashback,
Right.
then we cannot match that. So
Correct.
that is one day. Everyone has their own day. So we
Because this
cannot
is
have
run
it
by
all.
not you, but it's run by these
Platform. If the company is running, we will make it applicable across the store. If the platform is running, that we
Correct.
cannot help it.
That
That
is
is out
universal.
of
That,
our control.
that happens across all.
That is what I'm saying. So once in a while there will be a scenario, but by and large we will very strongly, tightly contain it and control it. See, after all, it is a brand store. It is not a retailer, you should be able to walk into the brand store and get the best possible experience. For example, Apple is selling iPhones across India. On every platform, if you see, they are running some other offer. On Apple Store, they are not having any offer. Still, majority sales are happening in the Apple Store because the company is offering superlative experience, a quality of service that is unheard of, and credibility. And also, there are cashbacks and other value-added things like from time to time we offer a freebie, sampling, trial, early access to products. All these things are only available in stores. So visiting the store is a highly incentivized affair also in its own way. We will try to make sure that there is enough incentive for the consumer to visit the store and make sure that the franchisee is getting continuous footfall over and over again. Because at the end of the day, it's a brand store. It's a matter of pride for us.
Absolutely. Now, I'll take
Yeah.
one last question, Chiragji and friends. Whoever is interested, please reach out to us. If you need more information, we'll be happy to furnish that. But my
Sure.
request to everybody, especially people, partners who want to join from Pune and maybe Bombay, because we have these physical outlets running and operating in some of the premium spots in Bombay. We would really request that you come and meet. Lastly, Chiragji, because we saw two models. One is franchisee and company operated. The other is franchisee on franchisee operated. Now, are we giving FOCO to everybody? Are we specific about whom we want to give FOCO? Are we specific about cities where we want to give FOCO? If you want to give that clarity to our viewers also.
So my personal understanding and personal opinion on this is that as a company, we are more interested and inclined in the FOFO, the franchisee owned and franchisee operated model. For the FOCO model, we are in a way essentially running company owned and company operated stores. So we are more inclined towards building credible relationships and getting more FOFO franchises so that they have their skin in the game and collectively we can empower the growth and sales, our first preference to any franchisee partner is definitely going to be the FOFO model. Apart from that, my personal wish is that in every tier 1 city, there is room for about 20 to 25 urban platter stores in every prominent neighborhood and every prominent locality. Be it Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and even Kolkata. There is room for about 20 to 25 urban platter stores in every tier 1 city. In every tier 2 city, I personally see there is room for about 10 to 15 urban platter stores. Cities like Chennai, Pune, Jaipur, Indore, so on and so forth. We have seen a lot of demand. We service about 3 million customers annually. We have a lot of data, lot of insights, lot of consumer behavior understanding about which cities we are getting a lot of traffic from. Our natural inclination is to open up more franchisee outlets in cities where we have our warehouses, so we can offer weekly and faster replenishments to our partners.
Correct.
So Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad are our first preference. That being said, as a company, our strength is logistics, supply chain management, and fast turnaround times. So we are definitely inclined and willing to open up more stores in Goa, where we don't necessarily have logistics or warehouse supply chain, but we can fulfill through agile logistics. So that is our approach and attitude towards this. We definitely are inclined towards FOFO and primarily want to focus initial stage on tier 1 cities where we have our own fulfillment center.
Absolutely. Because you already have an audience, you have a supply chain, you have your distribution, your
Yes.
product is
Yes.
available in locations through modern trade and also channel trade. Great.
And already generally in tier 1 cities, consumers are more connected, more aware of what we already do. So conversion is relatively very easy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So friends,
Yeah.
we'll request all of you, you need more information, reach out to us. Neha, if I can request you to put our hotline or email ID. And before we close, Chiragji, I'll also request if you want to give maybe a last message to everyone who's listening live and on the Facebook. And friends, we also, Neha did introduce, we have Mr. Rupesh, who's head for the region in Bombay. And he, along with his team, is leading the entire project. And they would be in touch with you during the course of maybe after the webinar and through the week. So feel free to reach out to us. Over to you, Chiragji.
So my last message is going to be very personal and deeply, what I feel about this company. I have been an entrepreneur for 2 decades of my life, and this company is where I put a lot of my time, passion, energy, and most importantly, my skill of doing what I genuinely believe where we can make a positive impact on people's lives to good use. Food is a very personal thing. Food is a very profound thing. Transparency in food supply chain, transparency in what we eat, offering and eating high quality food is very, very, very important part of life. There is a lot of confusion around food and there is a lot of clarity that needs to be around food. As a company, we are squarely and absolutely focused on giving the best quality food variety, quality, and choice to the consumer while also giving them convenience. Urban Platter, in a nutshell, is the company where you can have very high quality, consistent experience across the life cycle of the product. Consumers love it because we put a lot of time, thought, mindfulness into it. We offer not only different variety choices and experiences, but higher quality experiences that are fully compliant by the law, that are good for you, good for the planet. And generally, there is a lot of positivity in what we do because we genuinely take a lot of time to derive the knowledge about food and then enter into that category or food product. So essentially, what we are doing is we are a tech company selling food. And our strength is our knowledge, understanding global supply chain management and consumer trend management. And all of that is available at a single click. Our supply chain efficiency, our sourcing efficiency, our import efficiency, our quality control efficiency, and our credibility of 8 years is available at a single window in our stores. We have taken a lot of time to build this. We have learned a lot of lessons. We have failed a lot of times before we have come to this point wherein we can confidently face our consumers in a wider canvas. I look forward to any franchisee partner to take the messaging forward and take full advantage of this. This is once in a lifetime opportunity for one of a kind brand to set up a store and win the hearts of consumers for long term. So we look forward to having more partners who totally believe in what we do and who want to take forward this messaging.
Wonderful, Chiragji. I think very well put and very passionately put. It reflects your experience, your
Thank you.
confidence on the brand. And we like to invite also like-minded people who feel that they can be a merit in, partnering with the opportunity. And we'll be happy, friends, to reach out and address anything that you want to in terms of your questions. You want to experience the outlet, you want to visit, please do that. And Rupesh, I see a screen being frozen. So Neha, over to you for your concluding remarks.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, all the panelists, for joining us and giving so much inputs related to the brand and the insights. I'm sure the participants who are watching us live, the brand insight and the details are shared with you are going to benefit you in choosing the right option in your business opportunity. Tomorrow again, as we are committed to come every day at 12 o'clock with a new business opportunity. So tomorrow again, we are coming up with a new business opportunity for all of you with the brand Hot Dolce. They are a UK-based, highly converted dessert brand. They have presence across 2 continents. To know more about this brand and the business opportunity available in Indian market as they are coming into the Indian market, I have shared the registration link in our chat window. You can register from there and can join us at sharp 12 o'clock to know more details. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Bye. Thank you, Chiragji.